All right, well, welcome everyone to our team huddle for June 24th. Wow, it is the last week of June, so it is close week, and that's what we're going to focus on tonight for the first part of our team huddles. We're going to talk about the close and hopefully can give you some ideas, some inspiration to close your month strong. So we have 6 days. I'm going to go ahead and let me mute everybody. I always forget to do that. And then if you need to talk or ask a question, unmute yourself. All right, so we have 6 days to reach our goals, and 6 days in Arbonne time is a long time. So as I was talking earlier this evening, I met with Brenda and her and Stacy's team, and you know, sometimes your goal that you have set for the month, when you get to last week, you feel like it is just so far away, you know, that the number is almost insurmountable. But what I want you to think about is just, you know, shoot for the stars and see where you land, because big volume is made in the last week of the month. In fact, the last week of the month generally makes as much volume as we did the whole previous 3 weeks, if you work your business very strong, really strongly. So you can double your numbers and even possible to triple your numbers from where you are now in these last 6 days. So but it does require a lot of focus. It requires determination on your part, and it requires you talking to people every single day and listening for the need to the people that you're around every single day. So a couple ideas I want to share for IPA these last 6 days is number one, hydration for the troops for the 4th of July. You know, the 4th of July is a very patriotic holiday, and so we're doing another campaign. Laura is actually going to lead this one. So when you get orders, you need to ship them to Laura and let Laura know that she'll be receiving orders from you. And always remember that you also need to add $1 per box for shipping to help the shipping overseas, because shipping overseas is very, very expensive. And so we need to break that up amongst all of us. So first IPA that you can work really hard in the next 6 days is, you know, asking for support for hydration for the troops. Number two, did you see the immunity booster 1-day sale? So Wednesday only, the immunity booster is 45% off plus your discount, or plus the preferred client discount. Okay, so for preferred clients, that's going to be 65% off the retail price, and for us, that's 80% off the retail price, right? Did I do the math right? 35 and 45. So that's like, if you use the immunity booster for your family, now's the time to stock up. If you have any consumer consultants that use the immunity booster, any of your preferred clients, now's the time to reach out to them and tell them they need to buy 12 months worth. Okay, just go ahead and say, get your 12 months worth today on Wednesday. And I would try to get your orders in early, because, you know, the earlier the better. And when Arbonne does these 1-day things, it's all about getting them in early, because if you wait later, sometimes they sell out, or, you know, or it gets, you know, kind of clogged up on the website. So get your orders in as early as you can on that Wednesday. So that's going to be a huge volume increaser for all of us, you know, when we have clients that use that. If you don't have a client that uses the immunity booster, now's the time to try it. Okay, because, you know, if the people think it's expensive, now's the time to purchase it. And if you have to give your discount, then give your discount. No concern for the shelf life, Kelly. So absolutely not.
Okay, that's what I want to know. Okay.
Yeah, as long as it's not opened, you know, you've not opened the package, your shelf life is going to be fine. Right. So, you know, I would first try to sell it to the preferred clients at the preferred client price, so that you can make some money off of that. But if you can't, then offer it at your price. So, you won't make any money off of it, but you will make, the QV will count towards your, towards your promotion and your pay if you're a district manager or above. All right. So number 3, we have a 30 Days to Healthy Living starting July 1st. So we need to get those orders in, tomorrow or the next day. So they'll have the products by the first of the week. And then we also have a 30 Days to Healthy Living starting on the 15th. And it's not too early to get their order in this week for that, to make sure that they get the product, because when we put orders in on the last week of the month, they tend to take longer because everybody's working like we're working. And so Arbonne's shipping out shipping out twice as much, 3 times as much, 4 times as much product. And so it takes longer in the warehouse to get it all packaged up. So if they order now, they're likely not to get it till the end of next week. And so it will be in time for the 15th. But I would still tell the July 1st, let's go ahead and get it in. Whatever you don't get in, I'll help you out with. You can pay me back, or you can send them samples to get them through the first couple of days. All right, so that's the 3rd type of IPA. The 4th IPA is, the incentive that we put up on our region's Facebook page. The new preferred clients and new independent consultants that you sign up with a $250 order or more will get a free mascara from me. So you can throw that in as an incentive. Tell them they'll get a free mascara with a $250 order. And then the last, and definitely not least, it can actually create the most QV for you for your amount of time that you spend, is have a party, have an event. Have it at your house, ask somebody to host for you, which is better because you get to meet their people, not your own people. And so that would be the last type of IPA that I can think about, that I'm thinking about that you can do. So those are 5 different IPAs. And if you're really going for a goal, then do all 5 of those over the next 6 days and see where that gets you. At this point, you just go for it. You just go for it and do as much as you can do with lots of focus, and see where that lands you on the last day. And if perhaps you don't reach your goal, look at the huge momentum you're going to be in starting July 1st. Because activity breeds momentum. If you just give up on your goal now because you feel like you're too far away, guess what your July is going to start off like? It's going to crawl, because you don't have anything in your pipeline. You didn't work, you didn't get any activity into your pipeline by really working it hard this last week of the month. So if you want July to be be bang up for you, you want to finish your promotion, reach your bonus, then you need to get a lot going on this month and this last week of the month. A lot of it will come to fruition this last week, but much of it will come in July. So if you want your July to be a bang up, you need to spend these last 6 days on real focused activity. All right, so I'm going to throw it over to Krista, because I asked Krista to, to just add a little bit about closing a month strong.
Oh, I unmuted me.
No, thank you.
All right. So and Kim, I'm going to just dive a little bit into the book a little bit, because that kind of inspired a little bit of this. So in chapter 2, it talked about, why are you here? And in the end of the month, I think it's a really good time for us to think about, what were those goals that you set? Because, if you could really remember why you made the goal that you did, it's a good time to bring that up. Because when we get into the last week and we're thinking about, oh my gosh, I have this much to do, remembering that why we set that goal, it's a great time to get that in the forefront. But when you're looking at that big number, sometimes it could feel like this elephant, but the goal is to eat that one bite at a time. Romy says you have to link pain to not taking action. And so that's really important, just like Kim said, as we are going through and, thinking about, oh, maybe we'll be that next month, or we don't want to be it next month, or everything we do this week. And this is me even talking to myself. Everything we're doing this week is going to build into next month. So there's a couple of things, and I'm a numbers person. You guys know me, and I've been talking to Angel, and I, even get bogged down sometimes about my numbers. But this is just a couple of things that have really kind of eased my mind as I've been looking at, some big numbers that I have to hit. So really decide on what your goal is going to be. And I'm not saying adjust that, but what I am saying is decide with that decided heart on what is it that you're going to hit. And just make it that no matter what. And these are not new things that we're hearing right now coming out of my mouth, but maybe we're hearing in a different way. Decide on no matter what your goal is going to be, and break that number down. How much is it that you have to hit that goal? Is it district manager bonus? Is it independent consultant bonus? Is it area? How much is it? What does that look like? So take the number, whatever that number is, and then divide it by how many days that we have left. Then take it by how many consultants do you have working. So for myself and my business, I have 5379 to go to hit my goal, 5379 left to go. And I know I can only control what myself and Brandon are doing. So he and I, we're a team. And so I know for me, if I divide that by 7 days, because I'm counting tonight, because I'm working tonight until I go to bed. So Kim said 7. I'm going 7. So divide that by 7, and that's going to be 38. So it's $384.21 for me, and $384.21 for Brandon. So what does that look like from a product standpoint? So, it's really taking it and going and visualizing, okay, what do those products look like? What is it that I know in my pipeline, and what is it that I can do to help people? Who have I talked to? What is it they're excited about, and what is it that I can help them with? So RA9, I know that's 266. 30 days to healthy living, I know it's 317. People are really excited right now about self tanner. So I put together a glow out kit. So it's firming cream, it's scrub, it's tanner, okay? That's 171 QV at the preferred client price. That's $136.80. You have to add the preferred client, pricing, or the new sign up to that. There's something, I'm going to add this. I don't know if anybody's seen it before, but there's some companies out there that do these really exciting, it's like flashing graphics. I don't know how to do that, but it's like they're getting people excited. They do like 30 hours to do 30 tubes of mascara. People want to be a part of like a frenzy. I don't know what it is, but they're like, I'm going to get my hands on one of those tubes of mascara. It's the people that do the toothpaste. There's a girl I know, and she sells like hundreds of tubes of toothpaste. We were all excited about this new mascara. So what if you did like 30 tubes in 30 hours, and you just like updated people about how excited you are about this mascara? Or maybe it's tanning lotion, like whatever it is that you're passionate about. Maybe it's protein, doing something like that in your groups just to create some excitement. That nobody says there's any way wrong to do this business unless you're going against ethics, which we don't do, but just get creative and don't give up. This is the fun part of our business, this last week of close. And so this is really when those stories are made. So what is your story? And that's what I've got.
I love it. Thanks, Krista. Yeah, absolutely. And that moves us right into our next topic, and wanted to just go over a little bit of Get Over Your Damn Self, chapter 2 and chapter 4. So Krista covered chapter 2 very well. Why are you here? And it is so important, especially during the last week of the month, to know why are we building an Arbonne business? Why are you building an Arbonne business? Because you can either lay your business down and say, it's just too far, too much, too hard, or you can dig in. And if you have a really big, strong why, you will dig in to reach your goal. And your why has to be so important to you that to not reach it is more painful than it is to dig in. And, Krista had mentioned that it has to, not doing your business has to, cause you some discomfort because your why is so important to you. So, why, you have to know it, because we are all very, very busy people. We're all too busy for a hobby. And so we're all here to build successful Arbonne businesses. And so it is at the end of the month that we have to dig in to really reach for the goals that we've set for ourselves, so that each month we are incrementally moving closer to reaching that promotion or that dollar amount that we're looking for, that's going to help us, help us achieve the why that we want to achieve with our Arbonne business. All right, so dig deep and start dreaming, because many times we don't have a strong why because we are just like, good enough is good enough. You know what? But we know, being in Arbonne, that good enough doesn't have to be just good enough. We were created for greatness. We were created to serve others, to go out and to make this world a healthier place. And we can do that, but it requires us to get out of our comfort zone. And what will pull us out of our comfort zone is having a big why of why we need to help people every day realize that Arbonne can change their life. So, the question you need to ask, we all need to ask ourselves is, does our why compel us to complete our daily method for success? Okay. And I'm going to keep bringing this up because this is such an amazing tool. I have been using this every day that I work my Arbonne business. It takes 20, maybe 30 minutes to do this sheet. Is your business important enough to you to take 20 or 30 minutes on the days that you're going to work your Arbonne business to fill out the sheet? Because this is exactly what we need to do to build a successful business. So there's no mystery here. There's no mystery about how to build an Arbonne business. What is it that I need to do? Everything that you need to do is listed out on the sheet, and check it off. Do it, check it off. Do it, check it off. Do it, check it off. This will fill your pipeline. This will create activity 30, 60, and 90 days down the road. But we have to start doing it every day that we do our Arbonne businesses. And I highly recommend that we do this 3 to 5 times a week. And if you're like Brenda and you have a goal that you are just determined, you're going to do this 7 days a week. Okay. And some people go, oh, I don't want to work my Arbonne business 7 days a week. Then your why is not strong enough. Your why is not compelling enough. You know what I'm saying? Because those of us who do a little bit of Arbonne every day, our why is hugely compelling. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing it every day, right? We'd be out on a raft on the lake, Brenda, right? But our why is so huge that we find the time to do this every single day, because we know if we are consistent in our Arbonne businesses, that we will reach that goal that we've set for ourselves, and that our why will be, Brenda's why is to retire her husband. My why is to retire my husband. Those things will come to fruition if we do our businesses. It's a fact. We know it. There's no guessing about it. If you do this consistently, you will reach those goals. Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. So, does your why compel yourself? Romy goes over in her book, she goes into great detail about what your why really needs to look like. So be sure that you're reading that chapter in your book. All right. So skipping to chapter 4, because we talked about chapter 3 last week. So skipping to chapter 4, what's your story? And so the way to build your business big is to create a team. And the way we create a team is asking people to join our businesses. Well, when we ask people to join our businesses, we have to have a story to tell, okay? Because they want to know, what is it that draws you to Arbonne? What is it? What are you going to do with it? What is it about Arbonne? So you have to have a story to tell somebody. And remember, there's the saying, facts tell, stories sell. We can tell people the facts all day long about the Arbonne products, and that's not going to really get most people to join your team. It's your story that you tell them about what Arbonne means to you. That's why people are going to join your team, because they can see themselves and their story, having Arbonne be their vehicle to make their dreams come true. So on page 56 in her book, she gives you step by step what your story needs to contain. The first one, who you are and where you've been. Number 2, what happened in your life to cause you to look for something more. Number 3, how you heard about Arbonne and why you want to be a part of it. Number 4, what's it going to do for you, and what's it doing for you, or what's it going to do for you. So and then she gives you tons of examples. Then she actually writes out what her story is. And in the beginning, when I read this book the first time, I wrote down her story and changed it where it needed to be my story. And that was the story I told for, over a year. Your story will develop as you develop as an Arbonne independent consultant, just as your why will change. Your story is not really your why, but your story tells them a little bit more. But I don't want to go into too much detail about this, because this is not a book club, but this book is so important that it is the guidelines on how to build a successful network marketing direct sales business. And I promise you, if you read this book and go step by step through it and do exactly what she tells you, your business will be on fire. You will be on fire for this business, because she really breaks it down and says, this is so simple to do. She doesn't know why everybody's not doing this. All right. So that is, what's your story? So you have to know what your story is. So when you're talking to people about why they need to join your team, you can tell them what it means to you. All right. And then before I throw it over to Angel, because I did ask Angel to close us out tonight, I did want to share with you that I talked with Georgie a couple days ago, and Georgie had told me about the immunity booster going to go on sale on Wednesday for one day only. So remember, it's one day only on Wednesday. So be sure you start talking about it tonight, tomorrow, so you can get those orders in on Wednesday. But she also told me that, she says, you will not believe what Arbonne has in store for us in July. She says, I can't share it with you. She goes, but you will not believe what they have in store for us. And she goes, so I want you to tell your team, I want you to share with your team that we need to be in crazy momentum this week, this month, so that we can take advantage of it when they announce it in July. So that is my tidbit. Just go out with focus to work your business this week, and shoot for the moon, land in the stars. It is all going to be good. It will all be so helpful for you and your business in July. All right, Angel, I'm going to turn it over for you to close us out this evening.
Okay, great. Gosh, so much good stuff. And, Krista, thank you for all of that. And Kim, same way, same thing. It's always so fun to be on these team huddles, because we learn so much from each other. And a lot of what I was going to say, you guys already said, so we're going to close short tonight. But I just want to encourage you guys, if you're looking at your dashboard, and you're not where you want to be, don't give up. 6 days, exactly like Kim said, 6 days is just like an amazing amount of time in Arbonne. It really is. I mean, I know Krista has personally, gosh, Krista came up with $5,000 in less than 24 hours. I still can't wrap my brain around that. But I mean, amazing things have happened. I mean, in the last 15 minutes, I DM bonused. And I was like, how did that happen? I'm telling you, just with the team, with prayer, with what the Lord does, with what's in our heart, it's just miracles truly happen. And I even hate to say it's magic. I just believe it's just miracles. It's just blessings all the way. But no matter where you're at, no matter where you're at with your volume, no matter where you're at with your PC signups, no matter where you're at with the goals that you wrote down at the beginning of the month, don't give up on those. Don't next month it. Because what I have found, when I have wasted months and months and months of next monthing it, you know, I feel like that put me 2, even 3 months behind. So what we need to do is be intentional, be committed. We need to decide right now, tonight, are we going to rewrite our story? Are we going to revisit our story? Are we going to revisit our why? Take 10, 15 minutes, write out 5 things that you are going to absolutely do tomorrow morning when you wake up, no matter what. We still have 6 days. So they gave you some great, income boosting activity IPAs that we can do. Another thing I want to just throw in that with some IPA, who has rewards? Pull up and find out who still has rewards. Reach out to those people. Who needs to renew this month, and then check next month too. Go ahead and check and see who expires next month. Also, if you haven't heard from them in a while, or they haven't placed an order in a good while, reach out to those people. Let's see. Just work your business until the month's end. Don't next month it. I cannot reiterate that enough. Don't just say, oh, I'm never going to reach my goal, or man, I wanted 5 PCs and I only have 1. I'll try next month. It'll be easier next month. I don't have vacation next month. Bull hockey. We will have excuses next month too. Trust me on this. So something will come up next month. That's just the name of the game. Every month something else is going to come up. So no excuses, no matter what. I just challenge you, just every single day, every night before you go to bed, write down 5 things that you're going to do tomorrow morning, and the next morning, and the next morning, and just see what happens. It's going to blow your mind. So that's really all I have.
Well, that's a lot. Thank you so much, Angel. And Krista, thank you so much for your inspiration. I so appreciate each and every one of you guys, your heart, you're just beautiful souls. You're willing to give and to help inspire everyone on here, everyone on our team, and just love you all. And have a fantastic close week. If you need help, you need assistance with VP support, or you need me for anything, do not hesitate to reach out, because that is what I'm here to do. I'm here to help you, and just so that we can all just really blow out June and be ready for whatever Arbonne has in store for us in July. So it's great to see all your beautiful faces, and I know I'll be boxing and texting with all of you throughout the next week. But again, thanks so much for being on, and thank you guys who are listening to the recording. Love you all so much, and I'll talk to y'all soon.
Good night, guys. Have a great evening. Bye.